Some pretty expensive real estate in the background over there, casting its shadow on this pretty rough and tumble neighborhood. We're very, very close to the Strip. Anybody that says they live off of Sahara and Joe W. Brown, you're going to have some preconceived notions of who that person is. Now, most people in this neighborhood, they work. Many of them in these casinos in the background, and some of them live here, but they don't live in an apartment. They're homeless. They do drugs. Those drugs have rotted their brains, and their rotten brains just kind of float around here like these zombies looking for more drugs to fuel their appetite for self-destruction. So this 7-Eleven right here, which happens to be the same 7-Eleven that my friend Sherry used to work at, this is a 7-Eleven, and this place used to have a 35-year-old employee named Rainier Jefferson. Now, Rainier, that's kind of an odd name for a person, but Rainier don't play. He don't play that, just like homie used to do. So we're gonna go back to midnight, a little after midnight, June 23rd, 2023. Now, at this time, Rainier Jefferson, he's working graveyard here at this 7-Eleven right here. And so 3 people come in to the 7-Eleven. One of them is Mallory Armijo. So she goes in there and she does a little bit of shopping. She gets a salad. She gets a couple other items, and she goes to the counter. Now, while she's shopping, Rainier, he has like this little surveillance system by the cashier registers that he can kind of watch people as they come in here. And he sees this woman put a salad, a pre-made salad, into her purse. So when she gets to the counter to pay for her items with their EBT card, he says, are you going to pay for that salad? And she says, what salad? And he says, give me all the items, take everything out of your purse. So she says, I don't need this, screw you. So she walks out of this door. The salad is still in her purse. So Rainier, he's not playing that. He's not gonna, take this anymore. He probably is tired of people coming in on his shift, graveyard shift here. It's probably a pretty dangerous job, and I'm pretty sure he's not getting paid very much. But when you're a cashier and you have people constantly coming in to steal from you, even though it's not your items, you do feel like that they're kind of stealing from you. So when she leaves with the salad, he proceeds to follow her out into the parking lot right here. And he grabs the purse. They kind of start fighting and tussling over the purse. And he grabs her and just kind of throws her across the parking lot right here. Now, he gets the purse, he takes the salad out, and he throws her purse at her. As he turns around, one of the guys that Mallory was with produces a firearm. He pulls the firearm out, but he doesn't point it at Rainier. And then he gets between Rainier and Mallory, and he's just saying, hey, back up, just back up. So Rainier tells the man with the gun, he says, all right, I got something for you. I got something for you. He goes back into the 7-Eleven and he grabs what they call on video, an orange and black gun. He takes the gun and he comes back out, and as Mallory and her 2 cohorts are walking east from the 7-Eleven right here, he shoots Mallory twice in the back. And immediately she drops to the pavement. He runs back into the 7-Eleven and he calls his boss. He calls his boss and he says, oh, hey, I just hit somebody. You might want to come in and cover my shift because I got to go. So this guy, he goes home, and conveniently enough, he needs to get rid of the gun. So on the surveillance video here, he just throws it up on the roof. I mean, kind of crazy. You just, get the gun and you just, cold-blooded murdered somebody. And so 911 is called. I believe they have one of those, if you can see behind me right there, you kind of got that surveillance system right there. So there's a thing called like shot scatter, something like that. When a gun is fired, it alerts the police. That actually might be the system right there. So the police get I think it's called shot scatter or something like that. So they get a call of shots being fired. So they come here and they find Mallory bleeding on the ground. They take her to Sunrise Medical Center, which is maybe a mile, a little bit more than a mile away from here, where she's later pronounced dead. So after reviewing the surveillance video, they arrested Rainier and charged him with first-degree murder. So eventually Rainier was arrested and charged with Mallory Armijo's murder. Now, he was just found guilty and has yet to be sentenced, but as soon as I hear the sentence, if it comes out before the time of me editing this video, I'll put it on the screen or I will pin it in the comments. I mean, I can understand, you being angry that people keep coming into your store and stealing, because you do kind of act in a sense that, they're trying to pull one over on you, but at the same time, to blatantly murder a woman in cold blood, it doesn't vibe with me. So currently we are traveling down the part of Las Vegas Boulevard that a lot of tourists don't see. This is North Las Vegas Boulevard, and we're gonna go to another 7-Eleven where another murder took place. Currently on the corner of Craig and Las Vegas Boulevard. This again is another neighborhood that you probably would want to avoid living in if you chose to live in Las Vegas, which I don't know why you would. Anyways, this 7-Eleven right here was the site of, at once was looked upon as a murder. Now it's a case of manslaughter. So Cashier Mitchell, 36 years of age, she's working as a security guard at this 7-Eleven, and she's an armed security guard. She just got a shiny new gun from a family member as a gift for her job, laying down the law. And let me tell you, Cashier is the one that she lays down the law. And according to this video of her pummeling a person at this gas station, she is definitely not the one to mess with or play with. So we're gonna go back to a horrible time during the pandemic of 2020. It's August 26, 2020. It's about 10:50 at night at this 7-Eleven. So she's doing security, and at that time, a lot of businesses were limiting the amount of people that were gonna be able to come into a business at one time. So some places it was only 3 at a time. You had to wear a mask, all this, that, and the third. So she is laying down the law at this gas station, and somebody did not want to listen to instructions, and they did not want to wait their turn. That person was 56-year-old Thomas Martin. So he's waiting in line at this 7-Eleven. He really wants to get in because he has 3 things on his mind. He wants a beer, he wants more meth, and the third thing I can't mention on this channel, but I think we all know what we're talking about here. So he's waiting in this line right here. He's getting very, very impatient. So Cashier tells him, "Hey, buddy, hang on. Just wait a minute. Wait a gosh darn minute." And he said, "No, I want to go in there. I want to go in there. I want to go in there now." So he barges past her, and she grabs him, and she takes out her shiny new gun and sticks it right in his nostril. And she says, "Get out of the store." She probably used some other words for that. She tells him to get out of the store, and they start arguing. And this guy, he's high on meth. This guy is like high on meth, and he doesn't care that she's pointing a gun at him. So she grabs him and forces him out of this door right here, and they start tussling, and she shoots him one time in the chest, and he would drop right here. And of course 911 is called. They come to the scene, and he later dies from his injuries. 56-year-old man on the street, high on meth, seeing a woman with a gun, sticking it right at him, and he didn't care. When you're on meth, that drug rots your brain, literally rots your brain, and he didn't care what was going on. He did not want to take no for an answer. So eventually, Cashier Mitchell was arrested and charged with his murder, and then Later on, it was lowered to voluntary manslaughter with a deadly weapon and assault. So just not too long ago, she was sentenced to 5 to 14 years in prison, and she'll be eligible for parole and right at around 2030 or so. Of course, in this video, I had to wear my good shirt. You know, this one only has one hole. Anyways, shout out to Mike, the security guard at that 7-Eleven. I thought he was gonna tell me that I couldn't film in front of the 7-Eleven. That's why I stopped the video, but he actually recognized me from YouTube, and you know, so we chatted for about 10 or 15 minutes or so. Very, very dangerous job. So Mike, if you're out there watching, by all intents and purposes, please be careful. A thankless job being a security guard, security officer. Anyways, all right, guys. Live but not live from sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, Lamont at large. I gotta get a new shirt, man, but I really like this shirt. I've had this shirt for about maybe 12, 13 years. I don't know, I like this shirt. What are you gonna do? I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.